Today is Rosh Chodesh, right? So Rosh Chodesh, so we say Hallel. In Hallel, when we say, there's one part of the Hallel when we say, here, let's see. I'll show you. I have a sit over here. Here we go. One part of the Hallel where we say like this. 1 minute. Repeat something. Here. Here we go. Here, see. Here, see. It says one part of the Hallel where we say, put my fingers on the place. Hodu la Hashem ki tov ki. I have to go backwards. Hodu la Hashem ki tov ki lom chazdo. Right. The whole congregation says Hodu la Hashem ki tov ki lom chazdo, and then the shliach tzibur, the one who's leading the congregation, he says Yomer no Yisrael ki lom chazdo. We say again Hodu la Hashem ki tov ki lom chazdo. We say that again. So in other words, we say each sentence quietly, right, and then we say Hodu la Hashem ki tov after each sentence. That's how we do. So we'll say that the one who's leading the congregation says Hodu la Hashem ki tov ki lam chazdo, and we say Hodu la Hashem ki tov ki lam chazdo, Yomer no Yisrael ki lam chazdo. And then he says Yomer no Yisrael ki lam chazdo, and we say Hodu la Hashem ki lam chazdo, and then we repeat it again. And that's what he's saying again. In Hallel, we repeat Hodu la Hashem after each of the three verses. Yomer now. And then it says Va'avram Zokin. In the end, it says 3 times. We say that 3 times. Okay, that's right at the end, right after we say the Kaddish in the end. But these are just details and how to say the Hallel prayer. That's today. Let's do tomorrow. My Rebbe. Okay, the Rebbe, my father. This is the previous Rebbe speaking. Told someone at Yechidus, he told someone who came to have a private audience with his father. The previous Rebbe was Rabbi Yosef Yitzchak, called the Rayatz, and his father was the Rashab, Rabbi Shalom Dovber. Says someone spoke to him, and he came to a private audience, and my father said to him, ever since God told Abraham, go from your land, and then it says Abraham kept traveling southward. This is relevant to next week's Torah portion. We have the beginning of the mystery of refining the world. Birurim. What does Birurim mean? Birurim means that the world is created in a way that it has to be fixed up. That's the way God created the world. But not just in a general way, in every detail. Fixing up means using the world and using your time and your energy for what God is creating it for. God is creating the world constantly. So you have to use your energy and use your time and use whatever you meet up with in the world for what God wants. By the decree of divine providence, man goes about his travels to the place where the sparks that he must purify await the redemption. In other words, you might think that you missed your bus because it's a terrible thing, but the fact is that God wants you to meet somebody, or he wants you to say words of Torah, or he wants somebody to see you, or wherever that just happens to be on that bus. This happens to be is never just happenstance. It's always designed by God for you to fix it up. How do you fix it up? By thinking properly, by speaking properly, by acting properly. There are people that are called tzaddikim. They have vision. They can see where to go, and they go there purposely. But as normal people, so by them, God, who is the cause of all causes and the prime mover, he brings about certain what seem to be accidents or happenstance occurrences, the reasons and circumstances that bring people to the place where their obligation is to do this service of refinement, refining the world. So sometimes God wants you to meet up with a person who's not nice or something like that in order for you to react in a proper way and have an effect on the world, that the world should not have a negative effect on you, but you have a positive effect on the world. That's called elevating the world, birurim, refining the world. Now, story.